Alright guys, we are back for once again some more great gaming news, and today we're gonna talk about an upcoming horror FPS firefighter game. Never thought I would pronounce that. We also have a new first-person fantasy adventure game that seems heavily inspired by Skyrim, a new asymmetrical horror game, and more, so let's get into it. But before we start, this video is sponsored by Odd One Games for Tree of Life Audria. Tree of Life Audria is an upcoming beautifully made open-world RPG where you and other players are stranded on a strange island that awaits your discoveries. This is another sponsor I'm proud to put on the channel, as this game actually doesn't look bad and offers some really great gameplay elements I'm interested in. The link to this game is of course in the description below. Now, Tree of Life Audria will give you and other players a detailed building system which will let you build your village anywhere you want in the world to survive against what's outside. The game also offers a full-on player-based economy and of course the possibility to make friends or enemies while wandering around, though you'll have to be very careful as each player can get you in your pack. You'll be able to gather tons of resources for your buildings and such, craft powerful tools to fight off other players or animals, and more. If you go and search enough in the world, you'll be able to find hidden treasures and find some good loot in there. By then, if you've played a bit, you will now need to defend your village against the upcoming enemies that will try to destroy it. Tree of Life Audria is overall a really great upcoming project that, if you want to relax but also have a ton of fun after work or school, is the perfect match for it. Make sure you add the game to your Steam wishlist. And thanks to Odd One Games for sponsoring this video. Let's get into the new upcoming games we will be able to play this year. First off, we have Quantum Error, the FPS horror firefighter game, which is looking quite unique from any other FPSs or horror games similar to this. Quantum Error also had the distinction of being one of the first next-gen horror titles announced, and it is coming to both PS5 and Xbox Series X. The game sees you take control of firefighter Jacob Thomas, who's tasked with rescuing people from a burning building that was attacked by an unknown entity. Of course, this being a cosmic horror FPS, this isn't your typical rescue mission, as you quickly learn about the malevolent entity seeking to disrupt the work of the modded Quantum Research Facility. Here's the official description of the game. When the modded Quantum Research Facility is attacked by an unknown entity, engulfing the complex in flames and putting it into a full containment lockdown, a distress call is sent for mutual aid to the Garbura Fire Depot in San Francisco, California. Your mission is simple: save as many lives from the burning complex as possible and get out. However, what starts as a rescue mission quickly plummets into darkness when you arrive and find that things are not as they appear. You'll be facing many different monsters in different worlds you've never seen before, and so on. There isn't an official Quantum Error release date as of now, but Team Kill, the developer, is aiming for a 2021 launch. Next up, we have Return to Namgrim, an action-adventure RPG that's kind of inspired by Skyrim. Return to Namgrim is a first-person fantasy adventure with survival, puzzle, and RPG elements. Go on an adventure and unveil the mysteries and legends woven around the Stone Beards, the once glorious and powerful dwarven family living in the northern Nimbor Mountains. The fabled world of Namgrim awaits you. You'll be able to explore epic locations and unveil all of their secrets, collect, combine, and craft items, and interact with the environment to progress. Also find and craft weapons to defend against the dangers that lurk in the dark. Not all creatures have left the mountain fortress. You'll also need to become a master blacksmith. Learn to forge like the dwarves of old. Also learn Ilduir, the runic language of the dwarves, to piece together the history, puzzles, and culture of this long-forgotten nation. Return to Namgrim features a procedurally generated content and puzzles that guarantee a different gaming experience for every player. Your torch in the game is absolutely essential. It is not only a flame to light your way, but also a primary weapon of defense. Learn how to craft to upgrade it to its full potential. Keep it close when the darkness closes in. Cold winds howl through the abandoned caverns of Namgrim. This forsaken place holds nothing good for those who dare to pass. Now you must survive down in the depths of this ancient dwarven mountain city and discover the fate of the Stonebeards in in their last days. Next up, we have Evil Nun: The Broken Mask. The classic and actually good mobile game is making a return, but as a fully developed Unreal Engine game on PC. Here is the game's official description for this upcoming horror game. You have been invited to a religious summer camp that promised to be the ideal place to make friends and spend the summer. But it finally turns out to be a hoax. You have ended up locked in a school guarded by an evil nun. Evil Nun is a horror game in which you will have to escape from Sister Madeline, a nun who punishes children with her giant hammer. You will want to escape from school as soon as possible, but you will soon discover that you are not the only one trapped, and you will have to solve all kinds of puzzles to complete the game. One of the most popular horror games for mobile devices comes to Steam, completely redesigned with new puzzles, scenarios, and graphics that will make you live a horror adventure like never before. Play stealthily and hide from her, or dare to start a chase around the school. Each game will be different. The nun's AI will surprise you, reaching every corner of the school, and also the game is divided into 6 chapters through which you will discover new parts of the school and discover mysteries of this story. Let me know what you all think of it. Now finally, we have A Way to Be Dead, an upcoming asymmetrical 4v1 horror game. A Way to Be Dead is an asymmetrical multiplayer where a bewildered doctor is on the hunt for a group of survivors who are just trying to survive. This game, where the players can take on the role of Dr. Raleigh, the survivors, or even the zombies, takes place in the universe of another title developed by Crania Games, which is Roots of Insanity, and it provides the developers with the opportunity to see the happenings from different perspectives. The game offers different pre-designed paths that changes randomly on each session, which will be able to see a different part each game. It's also fully playable as zombies, survivors, and Dr. Raleigh. You'll have the ability to improve the character using the therapy points you gain by winning a session. Also the ability to use the various environmental interactions for an intensified gameplay experience. You can make it easier for yourself to reach your next target or hinder your opponent's efforts. When playing as a survivor, you can carry only a single object at any given time. Due to this limitation, it is wise to stick with other survivors. You can then finally customize all the variables in a match: duration until the lights are shut off, the amount of zombies, loot ratios, the number of exits, and etc. I'll be waiting to see more of this project. Alright guys, that is all for today's gaming news. As always, if you'd like to see more of this in the future, make sure you drop a like on this to give some support, and subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks to Space Beer Gaming, Rush Shingbati, I Am Legend, Diamond Hunter 45, Themistocles, Rickno23, and Kianzo Fagari for being a master member on the channel. You can become a survivor member for as low as 99 cents a month. It'll help me and the channel as a whole to make more and better videos.